What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscriber diatribe. You see the thumbnail. The Snowflake Conservative. So I'm watching The Amazing Lucas, and I'm thinking he's talking about Steven Crowder because I forgot it already. Doing a skit kind of reenacting the George Floyd death. And he was going in on how this is why people don't like conservatives. But then there was these other articles about particularly white conservatives telling schools what they did and didn't want their children to do. And I think it was a more so a racial aspect. They want them to learn things about race. And here's the thing. This is why I say, I don't mess with white conservatives. Because they snowflakes. Because see, there's the conservative values, they're pretty much good. Same thing like, the Candace Owenses and stuff like that. Even Brandon Tatum. But I saw the thing on Brandon Tatum's, though, to be perfectly honest. It's like conservatives want are selfish little children who, when something benefits them but it's dead wrong, suck it up, pick yourself up by your bootstraps. Stop being so soft. But then at the same time, when it's something that doesn't benefit them, everything is wrong with America. This is what's wrong with America. It's like, man, shut up. The reason why this stuff is this way is because you got conservatives on one side, liberals on one side, Democrats on one side, Republicans on one side, and what they're doing is they're doing two extreme things so they can get over. And then when I can't get over anymore, then I want to throw a temper tantrum. And I see this more on the conservative side because, people talk about the liberals and the rainbow thing and it never dawned on y'all as a conservative, you're pro-family, but you're a pro-particular type of family. And I mean, just white family. Anything that doesn't fit the white family dynamic, you're not pro-family anymore. So now you got people on the left, all the way to alternative lifestyle saying we got a different type of family because, if it wasn't white family, you didn't care. You destroyed it if it wasn't white family. See, as a conservative, you don't care about family when it's black, when it's Hispanic, when it's Asian, when it's Muslim. You don't care about family then. You're not about family then. When it's about capitalism and free enterprise and pulling yourself up by your bootstraps, the whole middle class was welfare. The whole white middle class is basically welfare, and then turn around and say you're against welfare. The capitalism part. You want people to go into the marketplace and work their butt off and compete. And then when people compete, you're the same group that tries to undermine people competing. Let's make up another rule here. Let's make up another rule there. They shouldn't be able to do this. They shouldn't be able to do the very same thing you do. And this is the thing that liberals and Democrats have a point with. The rules only work when they work for white people. You know what I'm saying? And white people who go off the reservation, who are rogue, who want to do something a little different, the rules won't work for them either. And I'm not talking about like gay white people. I'm just talking about white people who, I don't want to do it that way. I want to do it this way. That's not our way, so we're going to shut that down too. And then to point the finger, it's the liberals, and they point the finger, it's the conservatives. It's really both people, but the problem is, same thing that happened with the storming of the Capitol. Well, if it was the Democrats and the liberals, they would have did it too. Oh, they would have did it. And then when somebody says, man, y'all did wrong. How dare you say we're Americans? Like, no, you really are the snowiest of the snowflakes. That's what this is. You're a super snowflake. Because, the policies that are in place, you win some, you lose some. And now it's like, you don't understand why quote unquote, America is dying because America is becoming anti-conservative, anti-Republican, because basically conservatives and Republicans don't want to look at themselves as this, but to a degree, you're anti the idea of America also. I know you don't think of yourselves like that, but it's only American when you're American. It's only America when you're America. And instead of instead of just standing on the principles of conservatism, what you do is you stand on the principles that suit you. And then, when the fire gets a little hot, you scurry off like roaches when the lights come on. And then you come back when it suits you again. So it's like people don't take you seriously, you know. And when you talk about social justice warriors, some of the things y'all fighting for, how dare, I don't want my kids learning this in school. Well, you didn't have a problem with these other kids learning the complete opposite in school. You didn't have a problem with that when that was wrong. That's a problem. That's a problem. I don't want these bathrooms to be. Yeah, I get that. I definitely get that. But see, you the same group that didn't have a problem with the segregated bathroom either. So it's like, we're the party of Lincoln and we're the party of Republicans. And they were Republicans back then. Republicans back then don't mean they was conservatives back then. You know what I'm saying? You know, what I mean is they could have been Republicans and conservatives back then. So the Republicans did one thing, but the conservatives did the same thing. So the Republicans, signed the Civil Rights Bill, but the conservatives were the same people undermining civil rights. So it's like, stop playing. But ultimately, I'm just saying, this snowflakeism it gets too big, and people are really losing respect for the group as a whole. And I can't even talk about when the black people get in, because it's like it's a bunch of black people who get in who are dating, who are not even, for the most part, not even creating black families. So that makes the black conservative look crazy in the first place, because I'm a conservative, but my wife is white, my husband is white. That's because we got conservative values. It looked like you don't, it's their culture. It's not a good look. And then when somebody attacks your kids with racism, then it's, oh, this is not my America. It's what? You know what? I'm done. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. We out here. Peace.